Hey, everyone at the I Got a Guy Festival. Big shout out to the Nelsons, to Guy, to everyone involved. My name is Jim Flanagan. I am a stand-up comedian. I was the 2021 host, and I was one of the 2020 co-hosts of the event. Right now, I'm downloading Handbid, and I want you to do the same thing. Now, if you're watching this virtually, you're going to get a URL to go to for Handbid. URL is just fancy talk for a website. It's going to be a link. It's blue. You can click it. Even if it says, are you sure you want to click this? Yeah, you want to click it. Click it. Go ahead. Bid on some items. If you are at the event in person, first of all, amazing that you can even hear me. Hello. Download the app. Go to your App Store or Google Store, download Handbid, put in your personal information. It's going to ask you for a credit card. Don't be like, I got to put in a credit card. Yeah, put in a credit card. We don't trust you, okay? Especially after several drinks. Put in a credit card. Then search 2022 I Got a Guy, and it's going to pull up all of the auction items available. Throw in some bids, have some drinks, throw in some more bids. It's all going to a great cause. Shout out to everyone who's there. Eddie Volkman, hope you guys are having fun, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. everyone at the I Got a Guy festival. Big shout out to the Nelsons, to Guy, to everyone involved. My name is Jim Flanagan. I am a stand-up comedian. I was the 2021 host, and I was one of the 2020 co-hosts of the event. Right now, I'm downloading Handbid, and I want you to do the same thing. Now, if you're watching this virtually, you're going to get a URL to go to for Handbid. URL is just fancy talk for a website. It's going to be a link. It's blue. You can click it. Even if it says, are you sure you want to click this? Yeah, you want to click it. Click it. Go ahead. Bid on some items. If you are at the event in person, first of all, amazing that you can even hear me. Hello. Download the app. Go to your App Store or Google Store, download HandBid, put in your personal information. It's going to ask you for a credit card. Don't be like, I got to put in a credit card. Yeah, put in a credit card. We don't trust you, okay? Especially after several drinks. Put in a credit card. Then search 2022 I Got a Guy, and it's going to pull up all of the auction items available. Throw in some bids, have some drinks, throw in some more bids. It's all going to a great cause. Shout out to everyone who's there. Eddie Volkman, hope you guys are having fun, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Scooch, middle.
So they're introducing.
Good evening. Welcome, everyone, to the 15th annual I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. Each year, with your support, this event gets bigger and better everywhere. We can't thank you enough for your support and generosity, kindness to making this event what it is. Part of the process is having the network of people to encourage Emma to get where she is today, and we can't thank you all enough, so thank you. Speaking of Emma, our young girl, very special. Some of you know her over there. Can you say hi, Emma? All right. She's such an inspiration to us all, and we couldn't be prouder of her accomplishments. This year, she took the gold medal in the standing long jump at the Special Olympics. We were so proud of her. It was such an exciting time. So happy, pure joy. It was really cool. And she's also developed passions and interests for other things, including slime, which she can spend hours making, creating, playing with, watching other people play with on YouTube. It's probably her favorite thing. And her next favorite thing has to be the police. She loves the police. She loves their uniform. She loves their car. She loves their siren. She definitely supports the blue. Again, I said it before, she's such an inspiration to us, and another inspiration in our family is my wife, Kim, who is the catalyst for this fundraiser. So I'm going to turn it over to her now. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's all we have to do is pass over. Here you go, Joy. Anyways, thank you guys. We have a lot of fun things in the night involved for you guys. I'm very overwhelmed. It's 15 years. My best friend just flew in and surprised me, and that's why we were here today for cystic fibrosis. So there's so many things that came into this world. The universe is why we are here today. Yes, Emma has made us be the people we are today. And Emma is the encouragement of any kid with special needs to keep moving and to be the people they are in an inclusive setting. So that's what our goal is as our family, as we keep moving and actually raising so much money because of you guys all in the room. And we couldn't do it without you. So heartfelt, wonderful thank you to all that are here tonight. And it's super overwhelming, but also exciting that Eddie Volkman, our idol, is our MC tonight from B96, past B96, but I was just telling him I remember 999 when I would just hit the song because I wanted it on my actual cassette player. I wanted to keep hearing that song. But anyways, he's been such a great add to our event, and we're very grateful for him. And anyway, as well as eat, drink, and be merry, and eat a lot of sausage tonight. So thank you so much for coming.
All right. Are we in Chicago or what? Hi, Emma. How are you? We have a lot in common. We both love these two. Both our names start with E. You're like a foot taller this year. I'm like a foot wider. It's just, we're going to have some fun. All right, and give it up for your DJ. I think he's having a smoke. Tony Mixon Maggio. Tony and I were talking ahead. Tony and I went back to the B96 days where we hosted events, maybe not as classy as this one. So that's why we do these things. We're trying to get back on God's good side. Tomorrow night I'm hosting topless body painting at Blarney Island. So, yeah. So anyway, but even my friends are like, oh, I got a guy sausage fest, huh? So they don't know exactly what it is. It sounds a little interesting. So let's find out now in this video what the I Got a Guy Sausage Fest is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and valued participants, welcome to the 15th annual I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. Tonight, we gather to celebrate the remarkable journey we have embarked upon together. We wanted to reflect and communicate our sincere gratitude for the event, including how it all began, what the festival means to us, what we have accomplished over the years, and our vision for the future. So, without further ado, let's begin.
I Got a Guy sausage originated from a family recipe passed down through generations. Inspired by my great-grandfather, a skilled butcher, and my father, Guy, transformed his recipe into a fundraising phenomenon. Back in 2009, our first small-scale barbecue event sought to raise awareness for a rare syndrome. Little did we know that this humble beginning would evolve into the renowned festival it is today. Through the enthusiastic response of the Chicago community year after year, the festival has expanded dramatically, attracting individuals from far and wide and all coming together to support a meaningful cause. This event holds profound significance for all of us involved. Beyond the great food, the lively atmosphere, this event symbolizes the power of unity, compassion, and the human spirit. Together, we are making a difference and embodying the belief that happiness lies in extending a helping hand to those in need. The support and generosity of the community have played a crucial role in the festival's success. Year after year, the people of Chicago and beyond have come out in large numbers to attend the event, recognizing the importance of raising awareness and funds for Shaw-Yang syndrome. Your contributions and dollars have made a significant impact on the work happening at the Shaw Lab, allowing your continued research and breakthroughs in the understanding of the syndrome.
Through unwavering dedication and the support of our incredible community, we have achieved remarkable milestones since the inception of the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. Over the course of the past 15 years, we have succeeded in raising over $2 million to support multiple rare syndrome research and initiatives. These funds have played a pivotal role in the groundbreaking work being carried out at the Schaff Lab in Germany. Together, we have brought hope to the lives of individuals affected by Shaw-Yang syndrome, and through our united efforts, we continue to strive for a better future.
The I Got a Guy Sausage Festival has not only become a well-known event, but it has also created a sense of community among attendees. Families and individuals affected by a rare syndrome can come together, share their experiences, and find support from others facing similar challenges. We look towards the future with great anticipation and envision further expansion of the event, raising even more funds and awareness for rare syndrome. This vision would not be possible without our partners and supporters who have joined us tonight, recognizing the value of being a part of the process to create lasting outcomes. Together, we will continue to work tirelessly to pave the way for further advancements research breakthroughs, and ultimately, brighter futures for individuals affected by these syndromes.
In the wise words of Ernie Johnson, life gives you moments called blackberries. Tonight, and throughout the 15 years of the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival, we have experienced those blackberries. Special moments when we recognize the collective power to make a difference. As another year of this milestone festival concludes, let us carry on this spirit of unity, compassion, and determination. With your continued support, we can truly change lives, one sausage at a time. Thank you all for being exceptional partners in this process.
All right, we are going to have so much fun tonight. And keep in mind, thank you all for being here, but keep in mind this is also a worldwide webcast. And we have our fabulous director over here, Joy, who's going to keep things moving and keep me from wandering off the stage the wrong way. And anyway, anybody have kids in school? Send them back to school yet? I got to thank you. I'm honored to be here, and it's a privilege, but I'm also so grateful because my daughter started school, 7th grade, 2 days ago. You know, the first day they don't do anything, but today was the second day, and you know what happens the second day? Homework. Oh, I'm so sorry. I won't be able to help you with your math homework. Don't you remember, honey? I got a guy. You got a guy that can help me with math? No. I got that festival thing, you know. While you're doing Common Core, I'm going to be partying hardcore. So we're going to have some fun out here. We had a bags tournament, and last year, I remember we were trying to get, anybody want to play bags? And it was like, this year we got 16 teams lined up? That's awesome. They might be out there playing now. We're going to do a wine pull. We're going to do a bunch of fun stuff. So we'll get rolling here and show you what's going on. We'll go out and visit Guy at the Grill. I'm on 3 news stations now, all at once. Star 96.7 in the Southwest Burbs, Star 105.5 in McHenry, and Star 102.3 out of Gurnee. Okay, but it's suburban radio, and it's very different because, well, the audience is a little older. You know, it's like, you're the 9th caller, you won Taylor Swift tickets. Can I get the cash equivalent? You know, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea considering how much it's worth. And then the 12-year-old daughter doesn't listen to radio at all. Anybody under 30 has their radio sitting on the shelf with the abacus, the T-square, and the Texas Instruments calculator. But thank you for those that still do listen to radio. We appreciate it. Anyway, all right, up next, we're going to take a look at the last 4 years of the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. See how it went.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
We rehearsed that turn, and you nailed it.
I did.
You really did. You swiveled right into it.
It was 3 days in the making, and I hope I did it justice. But thank you for coming to the I Got a Guy Festival today.
It transformed your yard into a movie set.
It's amazing, you know, and I'm probably going to go on the road with this, Pat, and maybe you can introduce me. You know what I mean? When HGTV finds out about this, I'm going on the road.
How do you say sausage? Because I've been saying sausage or something. How do you say it?
Sausage. Italian sausage.
Sausage.
S-A-S-S? Sausage?
You spell it any way you want to spell it, but it's still sausage. You know what I
I'm
mean?
bringing sausage that day. Will you throw it on the grill? Would you be up for that?
This year, life was put on pause, but it made us step back and realize all the gratitude we have around us. And Emma feels that too. She has continued to develop and grow and become her own independent person.
I tell you what, this Nelson family is fantastic, and the Niederkorns, and I do feel connected to these people, you know, having known them the last couple of years. And I hope today that you guys felt connected to us. What they pulled off out here is really phenomenal.
Welcome, everyone, to the 13th annual I Got a Guy Sausage Festival and Fundraiser. I gotta be honest, this is exactly how Italian I thought a Niederkorn Nelson event was gonna be. Yeah, this is not the last names I expected.
And our first People Who Care interview with Andy Heffertepe. Andy, did I get that right? Am I close enough?
You're close enough.
We're doing this at a distance so he doesn't beat me up if I get his name wrong. That's why we decided to do this from afar.
If you're here virtual, they're drinking so much here in person, you might be able to snipe in and grab some stuff for cheap. You know, get on that app. Start bidding now. Let's go for it.
So you've been involved since the beginning. This could have been called the I Got a Gary Festival if we really...
Well, to tell you how this thing worked, because years ago, I owned racehorses, thoroughbred racehorses, and I named one of my horses I Got a Guy, after my brother. The horse never won. Okay, I don't even think he ever got out of the gate. Pretty much like Guy.
One more time for the Nelsons and the Niederkorns and everyone who puts this great event together.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
All right, welcome to the 14th I Got a Guy Sausage Fest. Are we ready for this or what?
Most people don't want to be part of the process, but rather just part of the outcome. But the process is where you figure out who is worth being part of the outcome. And everyone here in this room tonight and watching us live are incredible partners to us in this process that we have. So thank you again.
Dan has been a great supporter of the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival, benefiting SYS over the years. He is also a dedicated advocate for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which aims to provide people with CF the opportunity to lead long, fulfilling lives. When my granddaughter Emma was diagnosed with SYS, Dan and the Roche family did not hesitate to jump right in and start of our journey. We can never thank you enough.
Tell everybody how hard you're working. What are you making a lot of money? Are you taking donations or what are you doing here?
I'm selling stuff.
What are you selling? Aprons and cups and stuff?
Yes.
What's your name?
Johnny Guy.
What's your name?
Dominic Leone.
And?
Felix.
Felix. All right. Oh, and this guy too.
Hank.
And you?
AJ.
Wow. You guys are like the Backstreet Boys, right?
I have been really fortunate and very, very excited that Roya and Shadi have been able to come here for 4 weeks. They live in California, and Shadi is going to be a part of 4-week ability lab, and our friend Emma has been going to the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab since she's been 3 years old, and all the families have seen Emma, and I get so fortunate to have them come visit Chicago throughout the United States, and I'm really excited to have Roya up here. When we first met each other, we both had the same story, and Shadi is 2 years younger, and I said, I promise, it will get better. And that's why we have this best community that I can't even describe.
And Emma, thank you for letting me come to your party. Can I come next year? Thank you, awesome. All right, yes, I am the grill master out here. People keep calling me Jobo. No, I'm Eddie. For reasons I can't go into, we don't let Jobo near sausages. If you know, you know, okay?
Eddie.
Anyway, but
Eddie, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm was trying to take over here. Sorry, guy.
Well, no, you're doing a hell of a job. I'll tell you right now. But you know, this recipe goes back for a long time in Sicily when my grandfather came over.
Yeah.
He created this sausage recipe, which was wonderful, which created the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. So, you know, being a sausage turner now, right?
Get that right up my, like you're eating sausage.
Well, yeah, right. So you gotta qualify for the sausage turner event. Okay.
Oh.
But anyway, being part of this, which I'm glad you are.
Yeah. I just don't want to screw it up because you know you're the pro here. You gonna take these away from me? Oh, good, because I don't take tong requests. Sorry.
All right, so Guy, everyone needs to know the history of I Got a Guy sausage.
Real good, Pat. So let me put it in a nutshell. So my grandfather started this a long time ago. He was a butcher in the Gold Coast area of Chicago, okay? And he would take the scraps and all that stuff from these rich people would come down and buy meat and everything. And he created this. He's from Sicily, and he created this sausage. And
so Guy, you're Sicilian, and what else?
So my mother's Sicilian, my father's German.
German.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So when you said
Yeah.
I'm from Sicily, I'm like, yeah, I know all the Niederkorns.
Yeah, right.
Sicily.
How does that up? Yeah. Ironically, people would come a long way and want to buy the sausage. Well, when I was a kid, we'd have to help them make it, like everything else. You got out of line, you got a slap, so you had to kind of be,
wash hands in between the slap.
There was no
get right back at it.
There was no washing of your hands. There was none of this shit. Like, all that stuff you put on, that my wife's got that, all that stuff. Anyway, so then we decided as we grew up, we would start making pie sausage, right? And so we started making it, and it would taste like it was bad. As we grew into this thing a little bit more, it would get better and would get better. And then we finally got the recipe down to where we believe is probably one of the best. Our hot sausage is probably the best in the city right now. Okay. But then, we're not smart people by no means. So we decided to go into this business to sell the sausage. So at the end of the day, we didn't make any money. And then we would drink wine, and then we go out and get drunk and eat, and then we come back in, and then whatever. So we decided.
So that was part of the model, and you guys weren't profitable?
We weren't profitable by no means. No. But we did come up with
because you got drunk after you made it, or
we got drunk
while you made it?
During, after, and then whatever. So when we were doing it, we had names for everybody. So we had a guy named Tony. He was Tony the Crank. He was on the Cranker. You know what I mean? And then when it came out, and you gotta get the air out of the casing. So then we had Johnny the Prick. He would prick the sausage as it goes along. You know what I mean? So we had fun with names like that. It was stupid.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll see how good Pat the Stuffer does with his. What was yours?
Well, I'm the guy.
You're just the guy. Okay.
I got a guy. Yeah. That name, we registered our name. I got a guy sausage. So who would ever think of that? But but. But we did. I
love it.
It's been fun. We've had a good time. We haven't, again, people love it. People are happy when they get it.
This is an awesome party, the I Got a Guy Sausage Fest. But, of course, fundraising is the name of the game. And we have some unbelievable fun stuff for auctions, some collector's editions. Check out this first item here. Look at this Red Bull. It's not an actual Red Bull, folks. You won't have to worry about your son drinking this and playing video games for 73 straight days. No, this is actually a cooler, and you can bid on it. We want you to download the Hand Bid, it's called. Hand Bid. Look for it, because that's how you can bid on all these things from anywhere in the world. I downloaded it last year, and I got outbid for a few things I wanted. And then we got this cooler for your actual Red Bulls. You can bid on that, too. Oh, look what we have here. Ricky Fowler. It's not orange, but it's signed by him. Check that, actually, and it's verified, too. You can bid on this. Also, we have an autographed guy, actual I Got a Guy chef's coat here. Some other great things. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we got a patio umbrella, Leinenkugel. We can't put the actual umbrella here. A 1-month membership at FFC. Look at this. Any real Chicago person would love this. Hand carved. And it's so Chicago, it's made of carry wood. Yeah, because you carry it out of here. All right. Remember a couple of years ago when you couldn't say the word Corona? How about this now? There's a man cave kind of thing. A Corona guitar. And you can bid on that. Ooh, fashionable. Coach bags here, too. This is valued over $360. Also, Michael Kors bags. And a bunch of other great stuff. So we're going to show you more. But in the meantime, log on. Remember, Hand Bid and get that app. And now, we're handing the mic over to Guy, who's going to present the Hall of Flame Award.
Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, everybody, for your continued donation and being here tonight. This is the part of the event that I take charge of. This is the Hall of Fame inductee for 2023. Charlie Nicosia, my friend, is the owner and managing partner of Absolute Productions. Born and raised in Chicago, he is an infectious hometown pride. He serves as a board member of the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation and Chicago Sports Commission. He cares deeply about keeping Chicago a world-class city. Through his years of experience, tireless work, and the continuous networking of efforts, Charlie has built some of the strongest and most important relationships in Chicago. One of the relationships in his partnership with my friend is the I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. Year after year, putting on the production and show that everybody enjoyed tonight and tuning in and actually around the world, which is amazing. We would not be here where we are today without him, his team commitment, dedication, and passion for helping us raise awareness for research for the rare syndrome. I want to induct this year to the 2023 inductee to the I Got a Guy Hall of Fame, my dear friend, Charlie Nicosia. Charlie, here's your I Got a Guy special coat. I hope you wear it well in Lake Geneva. It comes with free sausage for life, so God bless you. Thank you, Fred. Love you, man. Love you. Thank you. So now, we're going to hear from one of the many children who are affected with this rare syndrome. Here's Nathan's story. Please watch the video.
So this is Nathan. He has Shaffiang syndrome, and he's 8 years old. He loves to go camping. He loves movies with his younger brothers. They love wrestling and reading books, and they all go to the same school together. He's got a good life. When Nathan was born, he was actually the 17th diagnosed, so it was very unknown.
For me, it was a sigh of relief just to have a name around what we saw our son was struggling with. It was also a little crushing because you saw some of the outcomes. Staying asleep is a challenge. He also struggles with his gross mobility or his locomotion and his ability to communicate. But he does have an iPad, so he'll request a movie or say he's hungry or sleepy through this iPad, which is very helpful.
The Prader-Willi community and the Shaffiang community are a tight-knit group willing to help each other and walk alongside with each other. The ability to fundraise money under the Prader-Willi umbrella just gives us a community to connect with parents going through the same thing.
The foundation's done a great job spelling out who they are and then how SYS is included under that. Science is full of failures and frustrations and hypotheses that don't pan out. But you only need to succeed once to have a huge impact. If we can get them the funds, they will find something. As a dad, that just brings me tremendous joy to know that the kiddos would have a brighter future.
Yeah. What's your name?
Sandra.
Sandra, you want to take me on in this? Before the teams line up in here, we got a bunch of teams ready to take over.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You ever played bag before?
I mean, back home we call it cornhole, but...
I was going to say cornhole. In Chicago, it's bags. Where's back home?
North Carolina.
Oh, awesome. Well, glad to have you here. All right, you go first. Let's see what you can do. All right. Oh, get the red one. All right. Just a little outside. Let me see how I do. Oh, I actually won a tournament in West Lafayette, Indiana. Everybody was so drunk that I think I got one bag on there, so that's all it took. Let's see if I can knock that one in. Well. Uh-oh, a little outside. Grab that last one there. The wind took it. That's what it was. Oh, almost. All right, my last one. Oh, well, I got tree. I got tree bags, as we say. The tournaments are going to start here pretty soon. I don't know what the prizes are, but we should be having some fun. We're going to get back over. Look at all the people having sausages. Look at that spread of food. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we're going to do the wine pull coming up. and we're going to do some more fundraising talk. Make sure, hey, if you can donate, look along the bottom of the screen. We should have some scrolling things. And let's just send it on back to Justin and Kim now.
So you guys were able to see another family that has been here a couple times, the Bournes, and we're very fortunate today to have Matt Bickley in the crowd. Matt is a newly diagnosed father, daughter to Hayden, and we were fast friends. So a lot about a rare syndrome and an ultra-rare syndrome is that the connection gets super fast and we become bestest friends. And Matt likes to challenge us and wants to raise more money than us, but there's never gonna be a day he's not gonna raise more money than us. But Matt, the first time we had our first call on Zoom, did it feel like we were best friends and our family were gonna be able to support each other?
It was an instant connection. I mean, to know a family that's been through and see the journey that Kim and Justin have been on and Emma's been on, to know that they are as successful as they are and as happy as they are, it just gave me so much joy and so much hope and promise. And it felt like we were instant friends. I mean, I've met them once in person, but it feels like I've known them a lifetime.
Unfortunately, because we're veterans, what do we say? It's always going to get better, and it's all about your community. And that's why he wants to beat us, but he's not going to beat us. Only in a good way and challenge, right? So the more money we raise, the more things we do, the more things we have for our children, and the more things we can add on to any children living with a rare syndrome. So, so Matt can tell you a little story about Hayden. He's a family of 4 kids. They live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're very, very, very fortunate he can be here tonight. And there's some beautiful pictures of Hayden. And when I saw Hayden, I said that was Emma. And Emma brought joy, and I love that Justin and I can hand down the things that we can tell him that we've been through, and also the therapies that we can, and also tell a parent that it's okay. You can turn off therapies for a couple days. They're always going to thrive, and it's always going to thrive through your community. So, Matt, why don't you just tell us a little about Hayden?
Yeah, so Hayden is my 4th child. So I have a 14-year-old. If anybody wants a 14-year-old girl, you're welcome to her. An 11-year-old boy, a 4-year-old girl, and then Hayden was our 4th and final frontier. And we got the surprise when she was born. We didn't know in utero that we had an issue. And then when she was born, it was pretty clear that there were issues. I think we experienced a lot of the same things that Emma did. Trouble swallowing, so we had to insert a G-tube right away, and then contractures is kind of one of the main things that you see in Xia-Yang syndrome. And so unlike the Nelsons, we were able to get a diagnosis while we were still in the hospital. So just to show where science has come and the progress that's being made by raising money like this, and just the progress that scientists are making in the world, is really making an impact already, right? And so we found out at 3 weeks of life, and we're able to start to get behind a plan of how we were going to improve and you know, make Hayden's life the best that we possibly could. We then got to meet Justin and really got to know like what to expect, right? And to know what to expect, having a diagnosis is really important. And so we got to meet them when we came in October to Chicago for the Foundation for Prader-Willi Research Conference, and really have learned from them and from the Bournes that we just saw on the video as well. Hayden is the happiest girl there is out there. She lives a really good life. She is right now is starting to babble, so it's a really fun thing for us. She loves standing up and seeing the world around her. As you can imagine, in my house, there's a lot going on. We also have 2 dogs, 4 kids, so it's a bit crazy. It's kind of like organized chaos, but we're very fortunate to be part of this community, and it's for events like this that really help us, and give us hope for what the future looks like. I mentioned kind of the getting the diagnosis early. There's progress being made in research today, and as Michael mentioned on the video, the steps that we can take just by events like this and raising money and investing in the Schaff Lab will improve the lives of Hayden and Emma and all of our friends with Schaff Yang.
Yeah, and we're actually really fortunate because all of our friends with Schaff Yang are virtually watching us up here. And again, it's the mighty community, but we come in strong, and we're very fortunate for the people that are out there today. So I don't know, Justin, I took over. So if you have a question for Matt, what's your golf game?
Yeah, golf game's not good.
I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, so thank you so much, Matt. Justin?
Yeah, no, Matt, we really appreciate you being here, sharing your story with us. The point you touched on, how you were able to get a diagnosis in the hospital, and the reason is the Foundation for Prader-Willi Research and events like this to really support and drive that forward. So without everyone here tonight, we really wouldn't be having that opportunity to get the diagnosis in the hospital. That's really huge. Kim and I waited over 2 years before we were diagnosed, before Emma was diagnosed. So you can see the progress already starting to take effect. And
like we always say, it always gets better, right?
It always gets better.
And then it doesn't. But anyways, yeah, so us standing up here, every dollar counts. We're very fortunate for the dollars raised. But, we as a community push our families and the people that are watching virtually tonight that raise money and their communities. And, everyone's like, what's that? Well, it's Schaff-Yang syndrome, but it's also going to help every other child with a disability. So, again, thank you, Matt. And
I feel like I need to address the competitive nature and the raising the money here. So we had our first event last year.
So now we're getting competitive.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
We're getting competitive.
Yeah, so we had our first event last year, and we didn't quite reach the threshold of I Got a Guy, but we are already on the way to push you guys. So what I would ask everyone here tonight is to make it hurt for me.
Hey, quiet, right? Everyone. We got one ass.
Yeah, make it hurt for me. So let's raise the bar so that I can then raise the bar for next year, and we get to, hopefully we ultimately get to, raising $2 million like these guys have, but maybe in half the time.
Thank you, Matt. And here's to Susan, who will be on next, our head of our, do you want to announce?
Susan couldn't be with us tonight, but she did put in a video. She's the executive director for the Foundation for Prader-Willi Research, and hit it to Susan. Please listen. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Susan Hedstrom, the executive director for the Foundation for Prader-Willi Research. I'd like to congratulate the Nelson and Niederkorn families for putting together an epic 15th I Got a Guy Sausage Festival. You guys seriously know how to have a good time for a great cause. 100% of funds raised tonight are funding Schaff-Yang research so that people with Schaff-Yang syndrome, like Emma, can have treatments and an eventual cure for the many challenges they face. With your support, we have made tremendous headway, but we have a long way to go. So thank all of you for coming out tonight, donating, and ultimately making an impact on the lives of every person with Schaff-Yang syndrome. Have a great time tonight, you all.
It's Eddie Volkman. We are back, and Justin and Kim talked about raising the stakes. I'm going to raise the stakes right now. You got a guy? I got a gal. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Guy's mom, Sonda?
Hi, this Santa. I'm so proud to be part of this organization. I am so proud to be Emma's great-grandmother, and I thank you all for participating in this event every year. Emma is a very lucky little girl. She is surrounded by love from family and friends. I only wish my husband was here to see how well the family has pulled together for Emma. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. We appreciate your being here, supporting us, and I am one proud mother and great-grandmother. Thank you.
That is awesome that Emma has her great-grandmother around. Now, let me ask you something. Did you teach Guy everything he knows about cooking?
I did, but I'm lying. He inherited all that from his father. But he is a good kid, a good cook, and a good son, and a great father and grandfather. Thank you for coming to this event. Thank you.
All right, give me a kiss. Oh, boy, I'm in trouble now. All right, and now let's see. Show me that note there. I can't read it from over here. And now let's hear from one of our beloved families who could not be here in person with us tonight.
Hi, we're the Showmanship from Greenville, South Carolina. This is Katie, she's 5, she's got SYS. This is our daughter Anna, too. My wife Laura, I'm Nick.
A big thank you to the Nelson and Niederkorn family for the 15th annual I Got a Guy Sausage Festival, raising money for children with SYS. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's time to do a little wine pull here. Yeah. Here's what you do. You come over. The wine pull is $25, and they give you a little cork, and you figure out which wine is yours. Something might be pretty good. Some of them might be amazing. Who do we give the money to? I might buy one myself right now. Do I give it to you? All right. Here, I'm going to pull out my money, my own wallet. Yeah. Come on over.
Cash or card?
Cash. Here, I'll give you cash.
All right, 25.
How do I do that now?
Now you're going to pull a cork.
I'll pull a cork. All right. Here's the cork. It's number 80. I'm dropping money and cards everywhere. We'll take care of that in a minute. What's number 80? When it comes to wine, I'm a real connoisseur. Yeah. Oh, Geyser Peak, a Chardonnay. Anybody want to open it up and drink it with me? All right. Now look over here. It's the dessert table. Boy, somebody killed this already. All the brownies are gone. This is one dessert island I would not mind being stuck on. All right. Let's move our way down here. And we're selling merch, folks, just like at Taylor Swift, but the line's not quite as long. What's your name?
Charlie.
Johnny.
And who's this guy?
Hank.
I think I met you guys last year, right? You were selling stuff. We got aprons. We got T-shirts. We got these, put a little Moscow Mule in there. Oh, that's Yetis. It's like the Yeti and Jobo show. And you take cash too, right? Oh, I got to have an I Got a Guy Sausage Fest hat. All the merchandise over here, if you're out in the yard or in here, come on in and buy some of this stuff. All right, and now we're going to get to hear about another one of Emma's peers, Shadi. Let's watch this video.
My daughter Shadi has Shafing syndrome. We call her our angel on earth. She is nothing but pure joy. She's a great cuddler. She's super sweet. She's nothing but love. We got Shadi's diagnosis shortly after her first birthday when we walked into that geneticist's office and they gave us the news. It was a relief, but it wasn't like the weight was lifted off of our shoulders. We knew we had a long journey ahead. Shafing syndrome had only been discovered in 2013, and at this point it was 2014. We connected with Dr. Schaff, and 2 weeks later we were on a plane to Indianapolis to our first FPWR conference and the first Shaffian conference where we got to meet some of the families, and that changed everything for us. Instantly, that fear of being alone was taken away. Shaffian syndrome is a genetic condition. It primarily affects the neuromuscular system. For my daughter, she has low muscle tone, GI issues, feeding difficulties, bone density issues. She is nonverbal and non-mobile. We're working on walking. We're getting there, I think. She has CVI, which is cerebral visual impairment. There's a high prevalence of autism amongst a whole slew of other symptoms as well. But when you have a medically fragile child and the doctors don't even know what your child is experiencing, they have to have you spell out the syndrome every time, you're reliving your trauma over and over again. In the beginning, it's really hard because there's so many challenges when they're little. Those milestones come so far apart, and then they start happening. You cherish it so much more. But as they get older and as you learn and as you grow as a parent, you see your kid grow and thrive and gain confidence. Now that we're 6 years in, we feel like we can live our lives with our daughter instead of living our lives for her. Acceptance and accessibility is happening, and the more we share our stories, the more people will want to make that happen. To the professionals and everybody in the medical field who are working towards a cure or novel therapeutics for Schaffing syndrome, I implore you to keep looking at our children's faces. Look at our socials, look at how our kids are living, because they are so pure. They are just like your kids, and they deserve just as much joy and access to the world as any other kid. When we have access and therapeutics available, it just opens our world so much more. And we thank you for everything that's been done so far. We can't wait to see what's coming up ahead. We can't wait to keep fundraising to help you guys get to where you need to go. We can't wait for you to see our kids shine.
All right, we are back. We have more auction items. Great stuff here. Value of $440. A Stefani Prime night with wine. We got trip to the Linford Winery. We got this Jimmy John's bag full of goodies. We got more wine over here. This is actually given to us by Jimmy John himself. Let's see. The Chicago Auto Pros, wax on, wax off. Check this out. A Blackhawks package worth $1,450. 2 tickets on the glass to see Connor Bedard in his debut season. Access to the concert club, all the amenities you would get at United Center for Hawks. You'll be a VIP if you bid on this. Let's see, we also have your cup of tea a day at Rich Harvest. They'll take care of you. We got White Sox tickets. We have so many more. Yeah, this is the raffle. Cooper's Hawk. Look at this. Look at all this stuff, too. And look at this Chicago Bears bag. This is tickets to a game and so much more. Also, the value is $2,000. This is the raffle ring. Oh, this is the raffle ring. Yeah, okay. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, it is. Oh, that's the raffle ring. I thought you were pointing to something. That's the actual ring. How do we get it off of your hand? We buy it, right? Okay. All right. And, oh, a tequila package. I'm sorry. I'm bidding on this one, folks. Somebody asked me what my poison was. This is it. That's my kryptonite. All right. The money we raise helps the work of Dr. Schaff and his team in Germany, the actual Schaff. They sent us a video message. Let's see the doctor.
Hi, guys. We wanted to send you our best greetings from Heidelberg again. You may remember me. My name is Christian Schaff. I'm the medical director of the Institute of Human Genetics in Heidelberg, and I've been working on MAGEL2 and Schaff-Young syndrome for many years. And today I also wanted to introduce my team, students and postdoctoral researchers and technicians who are working on MAGEL2 in the laboratory. So let me briefly introduce to you. First, we'll start with Susanne.
Hi.
Susanne Theis is a technician in my lab, and she works mostly with the MAGEL2 iPSCs, the induced pluripotent stem cells, that we're differentiating into neuronal cell lines, and she also provides technical support for many projects in the lab. Then we have Henning Fröhlich. He's a postdoctoral researcher in the lab, and he works mostly with the MAGEL2 mouse model that we're using to characterize the mice to see how much overlap they have with the features of children with Schaff-Young syndrome. and also he's looking into therapeutic options for Xiaofiang. Then we have Ferdinand Althammer, who's a postdoctoral researcher who is currently finishing up with a project that has been funded by FPWR. In fact, Henning's project on the mice has also been funded, but the most recent project funded by FPWR is Ferdinand's project, where he looks into the role of glial cells in the brain. So we're trying to investigate how much of the phenotype that we see is related to neurons versus glial cells in the brain, and he also investigates the newly developed MAGEL2 rat, which is a really great model for Xiaofiang syndrome. Then I'll move to the side a little bit, and we have Tim Schubert, who's a medical student in the lab. He's working side by side with Ferdinand on the rat, and he's doing a lot of imaging studies on those mice, on the rats. And he's also starting a new project. Some of you may have actually contributed MRI scans for that project, where he's using machine learning to compare the MRI images of individuals with Xiaofiang syndrome to healthy individuals in order to predict some of the key features that we see, and in order to predict brain age based on those MRI scans. And then we have Laura Deutsch. She is also a medical student, and Laura has been working with us for more than a year now, alongside with Henning, and she has been investigating the MAGEL2 mouse and has done some therapeutic studies on these mice, some of which we're hoping to publish soon. And she's also been involved in the patient voices study for individuals and their families with Xiaofiang syndrome, to see which features have the greatest impact on quality of life for individuals with Xiaofiang syndrome. So that's it in a nutshell. We would love to be with you in Chicago. Several of us actually spent time in Chicago at the FPWR conference last year, and we greatly enjoyed your beautiful city. We hope you have a blast tonight, and we want to thank you so much for your support and for raising funds for Xiaofiang syndrome and for FPWR, which is a critical source, for us in order to support the work and in order to allow us to further investigate our ideas, so that we hopefully can help affected individuals and their families with some of the research findings that we generate here in Heidelberg. With that, I want to say bye, and the whole team sends you a warm goodbye from Heidelberg. Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, guys, so we're ending our virtual show that we have all of our worldwide people watching right now, which is super awesome, only because Absolute Productions, who brings their team, and we're very, very fortunate for what all they do. So CJ, Joy, and the camera crew, and everyone, you work hard, you're here at 7 a.m., you're closing at midnight, and we very, very much appreciate you guys, because it wouldn't be without you guys that our people in the virtual world can't be watching here tonight. And of course, we are able to, tonight, our Xiaofiang conference is in Colorado this year in October, and we did a little raffle with our friends, to try to raise some money, families. And tonight, a family with Xiaofiang will be able to go to conference, flight, room, and conference ticket, because of all they've done in their raising money in their communities. And we have a special person tonight to pick that, and it's going to be Emma Nelson in our great bag, salad, right? And Emma's going to pull her friends that she is going to see in a couple of weeks in Colorado, the name.
One paper. There it is.
And the lucky winner is Roya and Shadi's family. So thanks so much for your support, guys. I hope you're tuning in. I hope you're watching. And we can't wait to see you guys in Colorado. But we're still raising money. We're still buying auction items. And I see there's a lot of wine pools that are left, and that's not normal. And the merch guy, Johnny Guy, who is a legend of the guy, the Sausage King, and that's why we're here tonight. 15 years, because this guy had the vision, and then my best friend who surprised me tonight, who we started the vision on, and she's gonna close this out because there's nothing more touching than the best friend that you can call and talk about anything and everything, and now has three children under 2, living the dream with a rare syndrome, and is a double lung transplant recipient. Sorry, that's a lot of work. Cystic fibrosis, and this is why we are here tonight, and this is why this event started. They thought I had it as a kid growing up, and then I fast forward years ago, had this great girl as my Chicago roommate after college, and she is my bread to my butter, and she's my best friend. So Katie, let's close this out.
So for 15 years, you guys have planned this event. I remember the very first one. I was the official photographer. I was the raffle seller. I was the registration person in the front. And to see it grow to 600 over, how many people? 5? Yeah. Hundreds of people. And so many of you have been here for the last 15 years. And it's easy to come and donate once or a couple of years, but to come back every single year for 15 years, it's really hard to do, and it's really hard to put an event on every year and get the momentum and energy and rally the city and all of these friends and to do it year over year. And it grows, and it's so impressive, and congratulations to Charlie for the honor this year and to put this amazing production on, even through COVID. So I was younger than Emma when I was in similar shoes. So my parents were in their 30s. When they found out that cystic fibrosis, what my sister and I were diagnosed with, they were so scared. There was no internet. They were so similar to Kim and Justin, where the only thing that they had the control to do was to step up, raise money for a foundation that is not even established as much as we are today. So to see that money go to the families and the research to be able to have a future and a life I'm that living example, to be married and to have a job and to have a second life post-transplant, and now 3 beautiful daughters. You can see that the money that is raised, like events and foundations like this, does actually go to change people's lives. And we can see that every single year. When I see Emma and her striving, the words that she's learning, that's all you need, right, to be able to have an event like this every year. So I am so fortunate to have the Niederkorn and Nelson family. Everybody needs a Nelson and Niederkorn in their life, and we are all so fortunate and better people because of them, and they're all inspiring. So I am so happy to be here and flying in from Fort Lauderdale, and I'm in Chicago.
She's not going home.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for everything that you do, and let's have a great night, and we'll see you on the dance floor.
Dance floor, that is. Again, it wouldn't be possible because for my dad, he was the guy that was behind this. And again, it's going to happen next year and the year after, and we're all going to be here together. Johnny, do you have some few words?
Have fun.
That's great words. So I think we have to pull the actual bling bling. Oh, we're not pulling. Okay. And then also, we have a special thank you. No, you got to use the mic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, and have a great evening. Again, eat, be merry, and have fun.
Mix and Naggio, hit it.